Yo, yo, yo. I got the little bugger tied up out here. I don't know how much he's gonna like it or not. If he asks me to come in, I'm gonna have to put him in. Because I'm such a nice guy like that. Because Richard is a nice guy. Hi, that's Remy. Remy lives over there. You want a leash? I'm gonna get you leashed. No. Yeah. This young kid around here grabbed my neighbor's dog. He thinks it's a stray. He's like, Rich, I found the dog. I'm like, oh no, it lives right there. So I'm gonna get him a leash so he can take the dog home. So he kid at least. He thinks he found a dog. Isn't that cute? He comes walking up, Rich, I found this dog. He's lucky the dog didn't bite him. That dog took a nip at me a few years back. It's not the friendliest dog. And he's holding it like it's his. Are you done? You may as well just walk if you're that close. I have a leash if you still want it. But since you're that close, you may as well just take him the rest of the way. Yeah, give this to Noah. I am. Hey, what's your name?
Madison.
Madison. Say hi.
Hello.
And you're Jackson, right? That's Jackson. They're my neighbors, man. Hey, have a good day. So, what'd you think of that? Jim, J.I. I'm expecting my regular Siobhan to get on. And I promised him I'm going to make a black powder rocket. And I promised him I'd show him how. So I'll show everybody, but there's my doggy. I'm going to make a black powder rocket. I'm waiting for Siobhan to get on, but I'm just going to move right along. Right there, I'm making black powder. Those are ball mills. I'm making black powder. This is the part of the last batch I just made. I'll light a little off for you guys to show you that I'm not joking. But I got my dog over there, so I'm going to do it away from him because he's afraid of loud noises. Not that this will blow up, but it will make a bright flash and it'll scare the daylights out of my poor baby. So I'm not going to scare my doggy. I'm going to put the black powder down on that brick in a minute, and I'm going to light a teaspoon off for you guys. And I'm waiting for Siobhan to get back on, and I'm going to start making a black powder rocket. Yo. I got a minute to talk. Just a minute, because both my hands are going to be full while I make this black powder rocket. I'm getting a spoon so I could spoon the black powder out, and then I'm just going to light it, and you'll see how good I am. Those are the ball mills. That's going to be a new batch. I made a couple batches of black powder today. Them ball mills need to spin for like 4 hours before the black powder's done. Here's some batches I made earlier. That's 4 Tupperware containers of black powder. That's quite a bit. So I'm just going to spread a little bit out here. And then I'm going to light it. Let me put this away. Of course, I want to put that away. No kaboomy boomy boomies. This stuff's pretty good. I make good black powder. You'll see how good it is in a minute. I'm gonna look for a stick on the ground, and I'm gonna light the stick on fire, and then I'm gonna stick the lid end of the stick in the black powder, and you're gonna see how good I am. I'm patting myself on the back over here because I'm that good at making black powder. Reaching for my lighter. Okay. Just toss it down there. I'm busy. Thanks, man. They took the dog back, right? Yeah. That's Remy. Remy the dog. They're my neighbors. They think they found the dog. And it's really, it lives next door to me. So I'm lighting this end of the stick here. And I'm going to dip it in the black powder. And you're going to see how good I am. This is going to go up so fast, you're going to be blinded. Okay? I don't know if you ever made black powder before. I did it when I was young, and as an adult, I got good at it because I did it right. I learned how to do it the right way. I used to make it and used to bubble up and it wouldn't even burn. It was barely even flammable. But now that I learned how to do it the right way, I am an expert pyrotechnician. I am not a professional. I don't get paid, but I am good at what I do. So I don't see Siobhan. I told him that I would make a black powder rocket just for him, but I'm going to make a black powder rocket anyway. So I'm going to show you how to ram a black powder rocket. I'm going to hand ram it. I think my dog didn't like that. I'm going to put him in. My dog did not like that. Come on, let's go in. Last thing I want to do is scare my doggy. So I'm going to put him in the house, and then I'll ram out a black powder rocket for you all. Come on, son. You got to go in. You can't have it both ways, mister. Either hang out in the yard with Daddy, or you sit up here on the deck and bark at the neighbors. All right, now that the dog's he's in his pen, I'm going to do my black powder rocket thing. Yeah. Gage, yo. I'm going to ram a black powder rocket. So, J.I. is a girl, I'm assuming. Gage, I know you're one of my regs, bro, but this video is dedicated to making a black powder rocket. Taz Angel said hi. Marina Perez said hi. Hi, guys. Thank you for the hearts. I mean, I really like it, man. What could I say? Thank you so much. I'm promising one of my regulars that I was going to make a black powder rocket today, and that's what I'm doing. I'll answer any questions regarding pyrotechniques, but I'm going to concentrate mostly on just making this black powder rocket. And if nobody's down the lake, I'm going to light it off. When I'm done making the black powder rocket, I'm going to light it off right here in my yard. And that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoy. So, Star, yo. You know how you do your project, Star? Well, these are my projects. This is my adult. This is how adults have fun. Taz Angel and Marina Perez and J.I. girl. This is how this old man has fun. He makes fireworks, and he's going to make a black powder rocket right now. Richard's going to make a black powder rocket right now, Taz Angel. A black powder rocket is, I'll show you. Since you asked, and you're sticking to pyrotechniques, I will explain to you what a black powder rocket is. I will show you. This is a black powder rocket. That's about the size of one I'm going to make. That's a larger black powder rocket. Look at my hand. See how big it is? That's a big rocket. If I lit that one off right now, you know how high that would go? My neighbors would call the fire department. So I'm not lighting that thing off. But I'll light something like this off after I make it. Okay? Does that answer your question? Taz Angel and Goofy Love, Uncle Like, Unk. Color, different color account. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. Well, I like live streaming. I get my jollies out of it. That's how I make the black powder. That's how I make the fuel for the rocket. This is rocket fuel. That's actual black powder. That was from a previous batch I made earlier today. And that's what I'm going to do. All right, I guess enough said. Gage Harper is one of my regs. Dude, Gage, if you're still there, and Eden Castillo, all you guys, I'm just going to pound out a black powder rocket and show you guys how I do it. I'll answer any pyrotechnics. Goofy Love, see, I think I remember you. I'm pretty sure I do. Anybody who subscribes to my channel, I watch your videos and everything. I watch Star with the ribbons down there on the comments. They make little handcrafts with glue and all that stuff. So this is adult crafts. Richard's doing adult crafts right now. So I don't have to scream. I'm going to turn my ball mills off so I can talk like a normal person. And I'll start them up later. They got to run for 4 hours. They've been running for like 2 hours, but they got to run for like 2 more hours in order for me to complete making black powder. To answer your question again, also, Taz Angel, black powder is also used in musket guns. They use a different type of powder for guns nowadays. But in the old days, black powder was used for musket rifles, and black powder is in every kind of firework you could think of. Without black powder, you don't have fireworks. Okay, so I'm going to get down to business and start making. I'm going to ram a black powder rocket. That's what I'm going to do. This is my ramming post. I'm going to put this stuff away. Never have anything more than what you're working with in case there's an accident. In other words, don't have a 5-gallon bucket full of black powder. Don't have loose fireworks laying around. Things like that. I've never had an accident. But I'm just telling you safety steps just in case. Here's a bucket of water in case there's a problem. But I've never had an accident, so you hope I have an accident right now, probably. You hope this thing blows up in my face, but it won't. So, all right, I'm going to make a rocket. Might as well tell you what I'm doing as I go along here. Okay, well, this is my workshop. These are all my chemicals I use to make my fireworks. They're all in alphabetical order from A to Z, from aluminum to zinc. Those are all my chemicals. And this is the tool I'm going to use. I'm only making a small rocket. That's the tool I'm going to use. Just going to make a small rocket. I'm going to use a tube. I'm going to ram the powder into a tube like this. So that's how small the rocket's going to be. I'm going to make the rocket. I'm going to fuse it, and I'm going to light it off. Sound like a plan, you guys? Sound like a plan, you all? See this tube here? Oops, let me switch the camera around. See this tube here? I rolled this out of packing tape. The stuff they use to tape boxes up. So I made this tube out of packing tape. And I made it the size of this piece of metal. And I'm going to ram the black powder into this tube. And I'm going to make a rocket. Yay! Goofy Love, Uncle, like Uncle mine. Remember me? Yeah. So if you guys ask questions regarding fireworks, I'll answer any question you want. Okay. So here's my tub of black powder. I'm gonna set it right down there. So the first thing I'm gonna need to do is make a plug. I gotta make a nozzle. So I'm gonna ram some kitty litter. It's called clay bentonite, but I'm gonna ram a wedge in there. You'll see as I go along. It's backwards. Okay, but that says clay bentonite. It's basically kitty litter. Basically, that's what it is. And I'm gonna make a plug. Okay, so you'll see what's going on in a moment. So I got some packing tape here. I'm gonna tape the bottom. Should always use a wooden mallet when you're ramming, because if you use a metal hammer, you can ruin your tools, and you could also cause a spark, which can ignite your black powder, and you don't want that. You don't want a premature ignition. And there's lots of kinds of fuels that you cannot ram. The black powder is safe enough. You can ram it. There's no danger of black powder going off. So I'm going to ram a black powder rocket. If you're going to build other types of rockets, you need to use a press, but I'll go into more detail later. I'll show you. Why the hell not? I was waiting for my man, Siobhan, but he's a young man. He's probably got homework or something to do. But there's my press for when I press rockets. When I use like whistle fuels and more sensitive fuels that you can't ram, I have to press them. And if you notice, there was safety glass on that press in case, God forbid, I ever had an accident. That safety glass would protect me. So again, I'm going to ram. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this clay bentonite. I'm going to put it into the tube, and I'm going to ram a nozzle. So there's a little bit of clay bentonite. Put it into the tube. That might be too much. That's a little too much, maybe. Put some back. Now it's too little. I've done this so many times. I know what works and what doesn't. That should be good. And then I'm going to create a nozzle. That's perfect. I'm gonna ram a little more, just a little bit more. Okay, so what I've done, I created a nozzle, and now I'm gonna start ramming the fuel. This is black powder. I'm going to do it in increments. You don't do it all at once. I'm going to do it in 5 or 6 increments, maybe a little more. You shouldn't ram black powder all at once. You should do it in increments. Andrew Davis, yo, yo, yo. I'm making the black powder rocket, Andrew Davis. In case you're wondering what I'm doing over here. For different size rockets and things like that, there's rules of thumb on how hard you should hit it, but I'm just going to do it real quick and light one off because Basically, this is not really a full-blown tutorial. I'm going to do that on the weekend. I'll break it down step by step. So basically, I'm just adding black powder to. I'm adding black powder to this tube. I'm packing it down real hard, and I'll show you. Let me just add the fuel first, and pack the fuel down. Looking good so far. The idea is to consolidate the powder so much that you form a solid chunk. Andrew Davis. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm almost done. Maybe one more increment, and then I'll show you what's next. This would be the last increment. Okay, so what I've done, I've rammed enough black fuel into the rocket. So I'm going to put more clay at the top, and I'll explain why. Remember the kitty litter stuff, the clay bentonite? Looks like it is kitty litter, basically. It's kitty litter, but that'll form a plug. Okay, so I'm done. I'm not done, but I'm done putting the fuel in. Siobhan, are you there, dude? Probably not. You would have told me. What's up, Andrew David? All right, so I'm moving along. I'm gonna put all my stuff away. There's no reason to leave all this out. I'm gonna put it all away. I got my shop pretty well organized. Hammers go up there. That's how I weigh my chemicals out. There's all my chemicals from A. They're all in alphabetical order. And this is how I make different batches of different things. Those are ball mills. That's how I mix my chemicals. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to straighten out the camera. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to drill a little hole. I'm going to get a drill bit and just hand twist a little tiny hole in that plug. And I'm going to create a nozzle. And when I light the black powder, all the gases are going to shoot out so hard and so fast, it'll create a thrust. And that will actually launch the rocket to the air. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drill that clay bit and I'm going to create a nozzle. There's a drill bit. I see some people use power tools and you really shouldn't. That causes too much friction. It can heat up and light the black powder and you don't want that. So I'm just going to hand twist into the clay and create a hole. I don't know if you can see that, but the clay is like a white color. I know what I'll do. I'll show you what's going on. I'll show you exactly what's going on here. I'm gonna drill this out and you'll see the clay bentonite hit the paper. And then when that whitish color goes away and it starts turning into the black, then you will have known that I've hit the black powder. Looking for a sharper bit. All right. So I'm drilling into the clay bentonite. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Can I see my finger? Yeah. Let me turn on the light. You'll see that the clay bentonite's a white color as it falls down onto the paper. And I'll know when I hit the black powder when it's not the white color anymore. You'll know. See how that's white? See the white stuff on the paper? When I actually reach the black powder, it won't be white anymore. It'll be black. I'm still at the nozzle. See all the white? I know this is boring. A lot of people use power tools, but if I'm going to show you how to work with flammable and explosive chemicals, I want to show you how to do it right and not to blow yourself up. So that's why I'm hand twisting this, because a power drill would cause too much friction. I'm still in the clay, obviously, because in the grooves of the drill, I can see the white. So I'm still in the clay. when I start getting a bunch of people, a bunch of regulars, I'll explain how to make color rockets and how to add a nice sparky tail to it, a real colorful sparky tail. But I'm just sticking to a very basic plain black powder rocket for now. I'm still in the I'm still in the clay. See how I'm forming that hole? That's going to be the nozzle. That's where the fire's going to shoot out of. You know, just like a real rocket, kind of. Also, just by my experience, when I hit that black powder, I know the way it feels. It has a different feel to it. I think I'm just starting to hit it now. Not quite. I'm almost there, though. See how that's all white? When that starts turning black, I'll know I will have hit the fuel. I can feel the difference. I'm starting to hit the fuel. See, I'm hitting the fuel now. See how the tip of that drill's like a blackish color? It's the color of the fuel. So let me get into that fuel a little more. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm starting to hit the fuel. I want to get into it a little more. That's a thick nozzle. That nozzle's a little too thick, but that's all right. That's my dog. That's my dog barking. I switched drill bits. Try to get a sharper drill bit. Oh, I'm definitely into the black powder. I'll show you what I mean. I shouldn't do this. Let me put this out of the way. But I'm definitely into the black powder. See that? So I'm into it. So when I get a little further into it, and then I'll fuse it and light it off. Sound good? All right. I gotta take this call. I have to take it. But I'll come right back on. Maybe I won't take it. Looks like I'm not taking it. That guy could wait. I tried to reach him all day. He calls me back at the worst time. That's life for you, though, right? All right, so I definitely hit the black powder. I'll show you again. I'm definitely into the fuel. Make a liar out of me. There we go. So I'm into the fuel. I'm going to fuse it and set her off. I got fuse right here. This is called Visco fuse. Oh, I always cut my fuse on an angle. More surface area, the more better chance you got of getting fire. Also, you should never cut fuse with scissors. Always use a razor blade because scissors can cause a spark. And again, you don't want a pre-ignition. So I'm going to cut this on an angle. And I'm going to fuse that rocket motor. Make sure it's up in there nice and hard. That's a short fuse, but okay. I shouldn't show you fuses so short, but I'll be all right. Even if it blows up, I'll be all right. This is like a piece of bamboo stick, piece of bamboo. That's light enough. That should work. So I'm just going to tape the stick. It's a little flimsy. That'll work. I'm going to tape the stick. That really is flimsy. All right. I'm going to tape this. Now it's too short. All right. I got a good stick now. Piece of wood for a rocket stick. I'm going to tape it to the motor. As soon as I find my tape, it was here somewhere. There it is. A little bit of tape. I want to secure it a little better. That's probably good enough, but I just want to secure it a little better. Put some more tape on there. Okay. Now, this is ready to light. That's ready to light. I'm going to light it now. If I wanted to put a header on it, a bang, or like something colorful, I would have drilled a pass fire hole in that top clay plug, and I would have added a header. And I'll do that another time, but I'm just trying to knock out a rocket real quick for you all. I'll show you how it's done. So I'm going to light this off, man. Wish me luck. I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Set the rocket in that tube just like that. I'm gonna make sure my shed doors are closed and all that, because I got some pyrotechniques in my shed that I don't want any accidental ignition going on. Hear my doggy barking? Let me close up my shed and everything. My dog. Probably bothering every neighbor on the block. If I'm not there to shut him up, he'll bark all night long. So I'm going to close my other shed. I don't want no rockets flying in and accidentally hitting fuel. I think I threw my lighter on the ground when I tested that other. Yeah, I threw the lighter on the ground when I lit that. When I was showing off the black powder in the beginning of the video. So there should be a blue lighter out here somewhere. If not, I'll go in and get matches. I was hasty and threw it on the ground. Uh-oh. This is what happened the last time. I'm going to make sure I get a good connection. I got to go in and get a lighter anyway. Man, I feel terrible. If I lost you guys, I'll be really angry. I'm going to go in and get matches or a lighter, because I threw my lighter on the ground and I'm not going to spend an hour looking for it. So I'm just going to grab some more matches. Okay. I got matches. I got matches. We're gonna light the black powder rocket. And if I did it right, it'll go up a few 100 feet. I'll try to follow it. So, it's hard to do all this. I'm going to try to light a match and hold the phone and everything at the same time. You guys catch that? That wasn't perfect. It could have been better. Sort of exploded. I should have packed the powder a little harder and it would have went up way higher. But that's basically how it's done. In a nutshell. That's how you make a black powder rocket. That's as small as they come. I feel like making another one. Why not? I'm gonna make another one. Why not, right? I was doing it for Siobhan anyway. He never showed up. Ooh, this one's gonna be bigger. This next one. That'll be a large. This next one will be a bigger one. The bigger the better. The tighter the sweater. Alright, let me set my tripod up. I'm gonna make another one. Hell, I might as well do it in my shop. I'm not running ball mills anymore. Might as well do it in here. Oh boy, I fucked that up somehow. Always mess this up. There we go. Okay, sorry. I'm learning. Steady she goes, right? I'm gonna try to do this one better. That's a better fit this time around. It's also a bigger rocket. So again, I'm gonna make a clay nozzle. Can you guys see it? Is that seeable? No, not really. You can't see it. Let me back the camera up so you can see everything. Okay, so you can see it. You can pretty much see it. That's going to be my ramming tool. There's my mallet. Again, I'm going to create the nozzle first. I put a piece of tape on the bottom of the tube. Place the tube like so. I'm going to try to do this one better. I'm going to do this one better. I'm hell bent on getting this one better. Okay? So, that's going to be my clay nozzle. Let me see how thick this nozzle is. That's perfect. That nozzle's about a 1/4 inch thick. This is going better this time. I wish Siobhan would come back because he was the one that was interested. Maybe you guys are interested, but you know. Siobhan subscribed to my channel. I found the blue lighter. Remember, I was looking for that. He was the one interested, but I'll show you guys anyway. I ain't got nothing better to do, right? I'm going to introduce the powder 100% right instead of doing it like a rush job. I'm going to try to do it 100% right. So I'm going to add increments like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'll ram that. Certain feel you get for ramming. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer. No, but no questions. And it's just a feel you get for it when the wooden when your rammer doesn't go down anymore. You know it's packed enough. It makes a noise. You feel it. You can feel it tighten up. You can tell that the rammer's not going down any further. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. Introduce more fuel. Ram that fuel down. If you're black powder is one of the only fuels that you can ram. There's a lot of fuels that you cannot ram. And if you add metal, lots of times people like to add metal to their fuels because it leaves a real cool tail on the rocket. A beautiful, like a comet has a tail, like Halley's Comet. If you add metals and charcoals and certain things to your fuels, they leave a tail. Whoa, it's magic. Uncle Richard, the pyrotechnician, coming at you, man. Stale Shady, the pyro. I'm proud of my work, man. I'm a good pyro. I'm a good pyro. Oh, it's magic. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to use a shorter rammer. I should have that right here, and I do. Got a short rammer right here. Ah, yeah, that's better. Yes, that consolidates the powder better. What you want one solid chunk. If it's loose or if there's any cracks in it, the rocket will explode. That last one exploded a little. That wasn't perfect, that last one. But you got the idea, though. Yeah, baby. One or two more increments. I'll fuse it. I'll cap it off and fuse it and light it off again. You can tell I've done this before. I'm quick at it. It's not the first time I've ever done this. Not like I'm a cadet. I'm a space cadet. Okay, man. If I add another increment, I could chance messing it up. That'll work. So I'm going to put a bulkhead on there. I'm going to cap it off with the kitty litter. But that's called clay bentonite. But people use kitty litter. Kitty litter does work. Cap it off. I don't like the way that's going in. Sideways, that's not good. I want it to go in nice and straight. The cap's not important as the nozzle. That's not nearly as crucial. That's probably good enough. As long as it's just capped off. So I'm going to drill a hole in this again until I hit the black powder, fuse it, and light it off. Wish I had sharp bits. These bits are so dull. This bit's sharp, but it's a little big. I'll take a chance. I took a chance. Yeah, nice sharp bit. We'll get through that clay a little quicker. Remember I told you, the clay bentonite's white, and obviously when we hit the fuel, you'll go from that white color to the, you'll know when you hit the fuel, everything will start turning black. I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to try to empty the clay onto that piece of paper so you can see the color difference. As you can see, it's white coming out. Oh, I'm starting to hit the black powder already. This one's going quicker, folks. So I'm into the fuel. Definitely into the fuel. I'll show you. Shit. This is how you can tell you're into the fuel. See that? So I'm into the fuel. I'm going to stick it and fuse it, and we're going to light her off. That last stick came down over here somewhere. There it goes. Yeah, I can see how that was I didn't wrap that tube right. Hopefully this one will go a lot better.